The Serengeti is a land where life never stops. When the first light of dawn spreads across the grasslands and water, the race for survival begins. No place is completely safe, and no moment is entirely calm. Lions wait in cover for opportunity. Crocodiles remain hidden beneath the surface. Birds of prey hold position in the sky. Each species carries its own advantage, but each also has critical weaknesses. Antelopes, zebras, and buffalo, whether fast or strong, can fall in a single moment of lost vigilance. In the Serengeti, strength does not always secure victory. Only species that remain resilient and adapt are able to survive. This landscape is not only a vast ecosystem, but also a stage that reveals the raw power of life. Every moment can change the outcome. Every breath can decide between survival and death. The Serengeti is not only seen, but also defined by constant tension. The morning on the savannah begins with daily activity, but for a pride of lions, it is the prime time to hunt. They do not target the strongest buffalo. They focus on the injured individual that has fallen behind the herd. This choice increases the chance of success and reduces the risk of injury for the pride. The strategy unfolds in stages. The lions divide their formation, control movement, and apply pressure from several sides. Each individual coordinates speed and position to push the prey into disadvantage. This shows refined cooperation. Lions do not charge blindly, but calculate timing and approach based on experience. The buffalo, however, is not easy to subdue. Dense muscles, strong endurance, and sharp horns allow it to counter with force. A young lioness is forced to retreat after a direct hit from the horns. This encounter reveals the weakness of an inexperienced hunter. And shows that physical strength remains decisive alongside strategy. After the strong defense, the pride halts the pursuit. They do not enter the wetlands, where their speed is lost and the risk of injury is higher. This decision reflects constant evaluation of risk and opportunity to secure survival. The contrast between lion tactics and buffalo defense creates balance in the ecosystem. Each encounter can end in favor of either side, depending on terrain, health, and timing. A hunt that stops is not failure, but a necessary part of the survival cycle. It demonstrates that in nature, strategy, strength, and environment remain connected, adjusting the rhythm of life and maintaining balance between grasslands and herbivore populations. Across the grasslands and scattered woodlands, the cheetah is the most agile predator. Unlike lions, it does not hunt in groups. It relies on stealth, sudden bursts of speed, and surprise attacks to catch Thompson's gazelles, monkeys, or rodents. The cheetah approaches silently, using vegetation and uneven terrain for cover. When the distance is short, it launches forward at extreme speed and strikes at the neck or shoulder of its prey. Its power lies in speed and precision, but limited stamina prevents it from maintaining pursuit for long. Selecting the right target, weak, young, or separated, is critical for survival. Prey animals, however, do not fall easily. Small antelopes run with endurance, leap long distances, and move in herds to reduce risk. Their quick reactions and group vigilance allow them to resist sudden attacks. This shows that even efficient predators must weigh risk before striking. The cheetah's strategy affects not only its own meals, but also the ecosystem. By pressuring small herbivore populations, it prevents overgrowth and protects grass cover. When cheetah numbers decline, gazelle populations can expand and destabilize the grasslands. The Serengeti terrain also shapes outcomes. Open plains provide visibility but reduce ambush success. Bushes and small ridges allow concealment but limit chase distance. The ability to use terrain and respond to prey determines hunting success. Each sprint reflects the combination of strength, speed, and strategy. The cheetah survives by refining these skills in a harsh environment, maintaining herbivore balance, and shaping the continuous rhythm of the Serengeti. The Nile crocodile is an apex predator that plays a critical role in ecological balance. It dominates freshwater habitats and directly influences populations of herbivores and aquatic species. With superior power, the crocodile is an essential link in the Serengeti food chain. An adult male can reach lengths of 13 to 15 feet. A female grows to about 10 feet. Dense muscles, strong jaws, and extreme bite force allow it to overpower prey larger than itself. The death roll technique, spinning while gripping prey, quickly disables the victim, conserves energy, and increases hunting efficiency. This tactic is most effective in stable water. On land, the crocodile's hunting ability is significantly reduced. Beyond its role as predator, the Nile crocodile functions as an ecosystem engineer. The Nile crocodile survives by combining strength, strategy, and environmental influence. It controls prey numbers and provides habitat for other species. This role proves that an apex predator does more than hunt for survival. It maintains stability and biodiversity across the entire ecosystem. When African wild dogs move across the Serengeti grasslands, each individual keeps tactical spacing to detect prey and reduce risk from larger predators. They do not hunt alone. Every approach, encirclement, and chase is coordinated almost simultaneously through body signals and vocal calls. This cooperation turns the pack into a highly efficient hunting unit. Their prey consists mainly of small to medium animals, including rodents, young birds, and young antelopes. Their most important strength is exceptional endurance. They can pursue prey over long distances that most predators cannot maintain. The pack often divides roles. Some individuals distract or drive the prey, while others block escape routes. This role division ensures high success rates and reduces injury risk. However, their medium size and light weight are disadvantages. The ecological influence of wild dogs spreads across the grasslands. They control populations of rodents and small birds, preventing vegetation loss and insect outbreaks. By eating fruit and dispersing seeds, they also help regenerate shrubs and maintain biodiversity. Their hunting movements even create new paths across the grasslands. Indirectly opening routes for other species. Each chase and each change of position within the pack show the combination of endurance, speed, and social coordination. African wild dogs survive by group cooperation and refined tactics. They secure food for themselves while stabilizing the entire Serengeti food web. African buffalo live in large herds that form cohesive social units with strong influence on the Serengeti grasslands. They feed mainly on grasses and roots. Through continuous grazing, buffalo herds shape vegetation density and create space for smaller grazers. Their main advantage is physical strength, including powerful muscles, curved horns, and collective defense tactics. When threatened, the herd forms a circle to protect calves or weaker individuals, using their bodies as living barriers. This strategy reduces the hunting success of lions, hyenas, and leopards. However, their heavy bodies and limited speed make solitary buffalo vulnerable. During the dry season, when food becomes scarce, herds must travel long distances, consuming more energy and weakening their defense. If herd health declines, collective protection becomes less effective, leading to heavy losses. The ecological role of buffalo extends beyond maintaining herbivore numbers. By grazing and moving, they create open areas for young plants to grow and promote plant diversity. Their dung and carcasses enrich the soil, driving nutrient cycles. Every movement, from selecting grazing grounds to reacting to predators, reflects the link between strength, social behavior, and environment. Buffalo survive through unity, resource use, and group defense while maintaining the rhythm of the Serengeti, from grasses and shrubs to the predators that depend on them. On the grasslands and riverbanks of the Serengeti, the spotted hyena holds a central position in the predator-prey chain. It is both a formidable hunter and a natural scavenger through its ability to consume carcasses. Group hunting is its primary advantage. Each individual coordinates with precision and clear role division, allowing the pack to bring down large and powerful prey such as zebras and wildebeests. The strength of the spotted hyena lies in endurance and powerful jaws that can crush bones and consume the entire carcass. Its stamina and communication through vocal signals and body posture allow the pack to adjust strategies across vast open plains. Beyond active hunting, it frequently consumes decaying remains, recycling nutrients, limiting disease, and sustaining ecological flows. However, the species depends heavily on collective strength. A solitary hyena struggles to subdue large prey and faces high risk. When food becomes scarce, tension within the pack rises, causing conflict and lowering hunting efficiency. Habitat fragmentation or herd separation also weakens their cooperative strategy. The ecological impact of spotted hyenas extends beyond hunting. The constant movement of the pack creates trails across the plains, opening pathways for smaller animals and altering vegetation patterns. Scavenging enriches the soil with nutrients, indirectly supporting insects, plants, and small grazers. Every stage of the hunt, from observation to encirclement to food sharing, reflects the combination of strength, social strategy, and environmental adaptation. Spotted hyenas persist through group coordination and flexible feeding, maintaining Serengeti balance at both the predator level and the scavenger level. Thompson's gazelle is one of the most important links in the Serengeti food chain. It is a primary energy source for cheetahs, lions, and hyenas. Each individual consumes about 4 to 6 pounds of grass and young leaves daily. This intake sustains the gazelle and regulates vegetation growth, preventing grassland overexpansion. They live in herds with flexible social structures. Their strengths are speed and coordinated movement in herds. They remain alert, warn each other, and keep safe distances to reduce risk of attack. However, their small size and limited stamina make young, weak, or injured individuals prime targets for predators. The presence of Thompson's gazelles directly shapes Serengeti grasslands. When populations are healthy, they keep grass cover moderate, allowing other grazers to thrive while providing steady prey for predators. When numbers decline due to disease or environmental stress, the grasslands can lose balance, affecting the entire food chain. Each behavior, from territorial choice to escape reflexes and herd coordination, shows the connection of physical traits, survival strategy, and social structure. Thompson's gazelles sustain predator populations and maintain the steady rhythm of the Serengeti grasslands. In the Serengeti, the African rock python is one of the largest ambush predators. It waits along riverbanks and in dense thickets. It controls populations of small to medium animals, from young antelopes to ground birds and rodents. This directly influences the survival rates of young animals and maintains ecological balance. The python's strength comes from its size and muscular body. Its long, powerful frame allows it to strike prey larger than itself and drag it into cover, where it constricts until the prey can no longer resist. Its ability to move silently along rivers makes detection difficult until it is too late. The python also has clear weaknesses. Its speed on dry land is limited, making it ineffective against prey that is fast or moves in groups. It depends on dense vegetation and water sources for ambush and thermoregulation. During the dry season, when water shrinks and ambush space narrows, pythons face intense competition and become vulnerable. The African rock python also creates ecological openings. Its hunting and movement disturb vegetation, encouraging new plant growth and creating paths for small grazers. When a python kills prey, many other predators and scavengers benefit from the carcass. This links multiple layers of the food chain. Each ambush, from silent stalking to constriction, reflects the combination of power, strategy, and adaptation. The African rock python survives not only by hunting, but also by shaping Serengeti dynamics, from riverbank grasslands and ground bird populations to rival predators. In scattered trees and shrubs across the Serengeti, vervet monkeys form large troops with complex social structures. They move flexibly on trees and on the ground to exploit varied food sources, including fruits, leaves, and insects. They also disperse seeds, promoting vegetation regeneration and maintaining biodiversity. By controlling insect populations, vervets indirectly reduce outbreaks of leaf-eating species, helping sustain ecological balance. Their main strength lies in agility, observation, and collective vigilance. The ecological role of vervets goes beyond foraging. As they move, they create small gaps in the canopy that let sunlight reach the ground, encouraging young plants to grow and providing habitat for smaller species. Their feces add nutrients to the soil, completing nutrient cycles. Each action, from foraging and movement to predator awareness, shows the connection between physical ability, social organization, and environment. Vervet monkeys persist through flexibility, troop structure, and vegetation use, serving as a link that keeps the Serengeti ecosystem balanced. In the open grasslands and scattered shrubs of the Serengeti, the African warthog is an important omnivore that connects plants, insects, and predators. Its diverse diet includes roots, insects, fruits, and seeds. This diet sustains the warthog, regulates insect populations, and supports plant regeneration. Food sources change clearly with the season. During the rainy season, warthogs focus on roots and insects. During the dry season, they shift to fruits and seeds to maintain energy. Their most distinctive trait is the ability to dig and overturn soil. This behavior helps them find underground food, improve soil quality, and create shelter for insects and small animals. The disturbance of soil also makes them more visible to predators such as lions, hyenas, and cheetahs. In such cases, running speed and quick reflexes are essential for survival, especially to protect young. Warthogs usually live in flexible groups that include adults and young. Role division within the group improves foraging, territory defense, and early detection of danger. This social structure increases adaptability across environments, from dry grasslands to riverbank shrubs. Warthogs also serve as seed dispersers. They spread seeds while feeding and moving, which helps regenerate vegetation. When populations decline, seed dispersal decreases, reducing plant recovery and affecting species that depend on vegetation. Each behavior, from digging soil to consuming insects and selecting seeds, is part of a complex ecological mechanism. Warthogs survive by combining body strength, omnivorous feeding, and environmental adjustment. They regulate insects, support vegetation, and maintain long-term balance in the Serengeti. In the wetlands and riverbanks of the Serengeti, the Goliath heron is a key predator of aquatic ecosystems. It reaches a height of 4 feet and a wingspan of 7 feet. Its size allows it to observe the environment from a distance and select favorable strike points. Its height and long wings not only improve movement efficiency, but also allow it to approach prey with little disturbance on the water surface. Its hunting tactic is to stand still, wait, and strike suddenly. With sharp reflexes and precise thrusts, the Goliath heron achieves a success rate of 60 to 70%. This shows that it secures abundant food while expending little energy. Its diet consists mainly of fish and amphibian, species that reproduce quickly and grow fast. By hunting them, the heron regulates aquatic populations and prevents ecological imbalance. Its strengths are keen eyesight and quick reflexes. However, its tall body and wide wingspan limit movement in dense shrubs or low trees. When facing large fish, it must adjust its strategy continuously. The presence of the Goliath heron contributes to balance in Serengeti wetlands. By controlling fish and amphibian numbers, it indirectly protects aquatic plants, maintains water quality, and provides habitat for other species. Its hunting behavior prevents overgrowth or invasion, keeping the ecosystem stable. Each strike reflects the combination of strength, strategy, and environmental awareness. The Goliath heron is not only an efficient predator, but also an ecological pillar that regulates aquatic populations, protects water resources, and sustains the continuous rhythm of the Serengeti. On the Serengeti grasslands, the puff adder hides beneath tall grass or rocks, relying on stillness and camouflage to hunt. With quick reflexes and a precise venomous strike, it subdues mice, lizards, and other rodents. This passive hunting strategy allows the snake to conserve energy while maintaining high success rates and limiting rodent outbreaks. The ecological influence of puff adders extends beyond hunting. By controlling rodent populations, they indirectly protect vegetation. Their movements create small soil passages that allow insects and microorganisms to reach deeper layers. Supporting nutrient cycles. When puff adders are preyed upon, they provide food for raptors and larger carnivores, linking multiple levels of the food chain. The combination of reflex, venom, and camouflage stabilizes populations of small animals and maintains ecosystem energy flow. In the vast grassland system, puff adders are silent but indispensable links, where every strike and movement directly shapes the rhythm of their environment. Within the Serengeti food chain, the Cape hare provides a vital food source for many predators. It can run at speeds up to 35 miles per hour, change direction abruptly, and use thickets as shelter, often escaping lions, leopards, and spotted hyenas. Its speed and agility help sustain balance between predators and prey in the grasslands. However, these advantages have limits. Against coordinated hunting groups or in open terrain, Cape hares are easily captured. They depend strongly on wide grasslands and scattered cover. When wildfires, land use, or erosion reduce available habitat, survival declines significantly. This decline affects not only hares but also the predators that depend on them. Beyond serving as prey, Cape hares regulate vegetation. By feeding on grasses, young shoots, and seeds, they control plant density, disperse seeds, and prevent excessive growth. Their droppings fertilize the soil, and their constant movement creates small paths that open space for young plants and other small animals. Each chase between predator and hare not only limits hare numbers, but also shapes hunting strategies of larger carnivores. The Cape hare endures through speed, agility, and terrain use, while supporting the steady rhythm of Serengeti grasslands. Climate change is directly affecting every ecosystem, and the Serengeti is no exception. Rising temperatures, irregular rainfall, and prolonged droughts place heavy pressure on the grasslands. When green grass becomes scarce, herds of wildebeest, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles are forced to travel farther, consuming more energy and facing higher risks of water shortages. This disruption spreads to predators such as lions, leopards, and hyenas, making the food chain unstable. Unpredictable rainy seasons also shift breeding cycles and sharply reduce the survival rate of young animals. The consequences extend beyond large mammals. Birds, fish, insects, and microorganisms are also affected, especially species that depend on surface water and wetlands. When these populations decline, food sources for many other animals collapse, leaving unpredictable ecological gaps. Even resilient species, such as African buffalo and zebras, weaken during extreme migrations. In this situation, conserving the Serengeti becomes urgent. Maintaining grasslands, limiting deforestation, preserving river flows and securing migration corridors are essential to keep the ecosystem balanced. Protected areas, population studies, and habitat management reduce the impact of climate change and give species a chance to adapt. Every species, from Thompson's gazelles to dominant lions, requires a stable environment to survive. When the climate shifts too quickly, adaptation cannot keep pace, and the risk of population decline or extinction increases. Conservation is not only the responsibility of scientists or park managers, but the duty of society as a whole. Actions include reducing carbon emissions, protecting land and water, and maintaining natural corridors. The Serengeti stands as living proof of the interconnectedness of nature. Protecting it means protecting the food chain, the rhythm of millions of organisms, and the ecological balance of Africa. Under climate pressure, every conservation effort, no matter how small, contributes to a sustainable future, not only for the Serengeti, but also for the Earth. The Serengeti is one of the greatest reservoirs of biodiversity on Earth. Millions of migrating antelopes move across its plains. Lions and crocodiles hold top positions in the food chain, while smaller species such as hares, bat-eared foxes, and herons quietly sustain balance. Together, they form a complex and resilient living network. However, human and climate pressures continue to grow. Expanding agriculture, livestock grazing, wildfires, climate change, and conflicts between humans and wildlife intensify the challenges. Iconic species, both powerful and vulnerable, now serve as indicators of nature's ability to endure these pressures. Protecting the Serengeti is not only about saving one landscape, but about safeguarding the life source of the African ecosystem. International policy, scientific research, and community action are all vital. The collective effort of the global community and each individual will determine whether the Serengeti grasslands can continue to sustain their remarkable life cycle for future generations.